Hi everyone, welcome back to Anita's Joint, hashtag Extendajoint, where every day is payday, baby. You tuned in to another video. So I'm going to say your calculated risks are going to pay off, it doesn't even make sense, no matter how it looks to other people. Right now in my reality, I'm taking some calculated risks, and I feel like the risks are not even that risky. I feel like I'm just taking back more of my time and investing in more things that I would like to invest in. And with that, doing that, I have to leave certain areas behind. I have to leave certain jobs. I have to leave certain situations that I had made contracts with, sever ties. I had to get off the ship because, of course, there I see another ship. I have a ship in my house that I'm building, and these other ships that I was riding, I feel like they have gotten me to a destination where they no longer serve me. And I think the I always tell people, I'm an entrepreneur, especially because I'm still working for individuals, and I know that at the end of the day, I want to be able to work for myself, and I know I have the ability to harness my own energy and attract the currency that I desire and that I deserve. And with that, it takes time to be able to have products, to be able to produce for the collective that tune into me. And so, your calculated risk, our calculated risk are, it's not instant results. And I think that the shadow government has a lot of these people, of course, tricked and misconstrued and lost in the fact that these risks that we're taking on ourselves will and ultimately be our greatest achievements. If you don't take risk on yourself, if you don't bet on yourself, you're gonna have someone bet on you, and it's not gonna be the same value that you give yourself. And that's what a lot of these jobs, of course, do. They don't give us our value that we know that we deserve. And when we decide to take our talents otherwhere, the individuals around us that are in the same environment, they start to get a little jealous and start to get a little envious. And so I'm starting to realize that in my surroundings because I'm leaving it. People are, sly comments. It's really crazy. It's a different frequency vibration, but it's still in a way the same. The energy is a little bit more manipulative because you can't really see it off bat, the manipulative. But now that I'm very, very aware of my surroundings, because it's very important to be aware of your surroundings, especially if you're enlightened and you could see these people are not the people that you work with. Most of the time, they're just they don't know. They don't know. They're not awakened yet. They're not awakened yet. Most people are not. Those people you run into your environment. I know me. They're not awakened, and I'm just like, damn. And I'm just there. I'm just like, dang, all right, not there. Yeah, you can get there though. I mean, everyone gets the light bulbs turned on when it's their time. Mine just happened to be in divine timing, right when I needed to be. But anyways, like I said, I'm taking risk on myself, and the risk I feel okay. I'm a little scared. Like the fools like jumping off the cliff and hope you start to fly. You're gonna have to learn how to fly while you're flying down. You know what I'm saying? You start to fly. And they may look scary to other people, but at the end of the day, these individuals are not walking your path. And don't let their sly comments, like I just pretty much have to tell myself, I can't let their sly comments try to deteriorate or bring me down. And a lot of people in my surroundings know that I do YouTube, and they want to like jab. I'm just like, at least I'm doing something outside the system, and this is what I tell them, like, I don't want to work for individuals at a certain age. I want to be able to work for myself. You're comfortable with your life. You're comfortable working for someone else. You're comfortable making someone else's dream come reality. Me, I know that I want my dreams to become reality. I know that I have visions and creations that I haven't even brought out of me yet. I know I have that. I know that I have that in me. Y'all individuals have settled. Now, you can always, of course, get unsettled and start to figure out, you know what, Nita's right. You know what, such was right. I should start to, figure out what I want to do for the rest of my life instead of work for someone else. And like I say, I don't want anyone telling me when to come to work, when not to come to work, how much I can make, how much I can work, stuff like that. And this is, these are like also, of course, signs where you should leave the matrix system. You gotta be able to leave it. And this is why I only want to do quote unquote part-time jobs, because I want my time to myself. I want to put myself in a position where I have to be creative. I have to use my gifts and talents to cultivate and attract the energy, aka attract the currency that I desire. And with this, I need time to be able to think and process my own thoughts. I can't be around people with their curriculum and their education, their indoctrination on the system of Matrix Z. You know what I'm saying? On the system of Matrix Z. You know what I'm saying? Like, all they can tell us is Matrix shit. Like, and it's just like, I have no use of that. I'm reprogramming my mind because of all that fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's kind of funny, but it's sucked up, and it's all in one glob that, of course, I'm having to deal with and understand and like and see. And it's an experience that of course, it's an experience that I'm still having to experience because I still am in the system. You know what I'm saying? I'm not yet out of the system. I'm not yet not yet. But the mission is to be able to be independent of the system and harness my own energy to attract the currency that I desire. That's one of my affirmations. You know what I'm saying? That's one of my affirmations that I use. If you want the affirmation, it is right there for you. Let me read it for you. Because and hopefully the echo I think I fixed the echo as well. So I'm really happy about that. Actually, I put the affirmation somewhere else. But the affirmation is, one second. Well, you could say, well, this is what I wrote down. You can say it in your own words, but my mission is to operate independently of the matrix system and to harness my own energy to attract the currency I desire. And this is something that is my mission for myself, because I know that I have the ability to do this. And as individuals, we've been sold a lie by the shadow government, not knowing that we could do this. And the fact that we know that we can harness our own energy and to attract the currency that we desire. We all should be doing that instead of selling our time to individuals that are harnessing our energy to do what they want us to do. You know what I'm saying? And so the risks that you're taking on yourself, the risks that we're choosing to take on ourselves are going to ultimately pay off a lot bigger than the risk that these individual companies, jobs think they're taking on us at the end of the day. You're like, say they'll tell you you're a liability, the job will tell you you're a liability. Fuck them. At the end of the day, fuck them. You know what I mean? That's all I have to say. You're not. And especially because I be dealing with individuals' jobs, or these individuals, my quote unquote superiors, quote unquote people that are in charge of me. Unfortunately, intellectually, I'm superior to them. Materialistically, they have more. That's all they have. Based upon my observations. You know what I'm saying? They may have the gift of the gab, may even look very beautiful. But they're very, very, when you read their energy and when you're around them a certain amount of time, you start to see, man, we all need to do our shadow work. We all need to do our shadow work. We all need to heal. The earth is real fucked up right now. We've been traumatized since birth, and even as adults, or young people, even as young people and all the way to adults, the planet's the people's mentality sick. It's very dangerous. People's minds are not in the right places. They're in who would say they're in the below the horizon, because a lot of our experiences on this life on earth have been very, very treacherous, very, very harsh. A lot of us were not given a spoon, a silver spoon. A lot of us, seen shit that we didn't need to see. And based upon just when you look back as a young person to adult, is that normal to see at a certain age? And was it normal to experience the things that we experience at a certain age? Is that a normal living? Is that a normal upbringing? No. Because you look at our world and you see that a lot of us didn't have a nurturing environment in the development of our youth. And we're now, especially me as an individual, realizing my mentality is changing. My mentality is making me want more, making me want better for myself and of course my surroundings. And I have to change I have to change the narrative of what I say to myself, because that's the only way I can reprogram myself, and that's the only way I'm going to be able to attract the currency that's the only way I'm going to be able to create the things that I know that I have the ability to create, is by changing my mentality, changing the way I think, changing the way I talk, changing everything, knowing that I can attract these things. And I didn't, like I said, these children, and us, even as adults, we don't even know that we have that ability. Me as an individual, now that I know I have this ability, I'm just like, you have the ability too. So these risks that you're taking on yourself and saying, fuck it. Say, I'm gonna go ahead, leave this and do this. These are risks that are gonna pay off for you in the long run. It's not instant success overnight, because constant healing, constant reprogramming is a daily, especially when we're bombarded with frequencies that don't want us to attract the things that we deserve, and they want us to go a different path. So this shit's an everyday battle. We already know it's spiritual warfare every single day, even the simple shit. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? No matter how it looks to the individuals and no matter how it looks to the individuals on the outside of you, they're not walking in your shoes, and they never will. They can only see from the outside looking in, based upon their perception, because everything is a perception, a projection on how you see reality at the end of the day. And you have to take your advice. And that's what I'm starting to realize. I gotta take my advice. These matrix people, aka people that have a lot of materials but they don't have no soul. They got a soul, but they just don't have the knowledge and that sight that you have. They just got what the shadow government has given them. And the time that, what I'm saying? And they got other stuff, but they're not using their gifts and talents the way they should be able to. Unlike us, we're realizing, okay, I got gifts and talents that I need to be able to use for myself to be able to attract the currency that I deserve. That's the difference. You know what I'm saying? We're aware, and they're just unaware. That's it. But these people, they're, like I said, they don't know nothing else. So like I see that all they can do is like poke at you. It's like that's only all they can do. Like, well, what do you want me to say? Like, I don't know what to say. I'm just gonna smile in your face. You're like, okay, all you're doing is showing me your true colors. And a lot of these people, they show you the similar colors because they're similarly programmed in the system, and they haven't yet got that light bulb switched on to be able to think for themselves just yet. And then they see you, and you have a totally different mentality, and you're in the same space as them. They're like, what the fuck? What the fuck? They're like, how the wait, and that's why I'm in the same space as you, with a totally different mentality, but we're in the same space. Make it make sense. But anyways, y'all, I'm gonna say the calculated risk that you're doing, that you're making for yourself on yourself are going to pay off in the long run. And put all the haters noise to the side, because all they want to do is try to take your energy and try to like bring you down and make you doubt that you're not making the right decision. But you are making the right decision because you're trusting your intuition and you're trusting your motherfucking guidance. Okay, in this bitch. All right. Anyways, it's your girl Anita flying high. Like, share, subscribe if you like the video. Um, like I said, thank you once again for everyone that's, of course, supporting the channel with the football commentaries, with some more of the motivational videos. I do appreciate everyone. But like I said, it's your girl Anita flying high, flying out of this third dimensional reality, and I'll see you on the next one. This is